watch, see what your improvements are. You're all proud of yourself, so I want to see. So here, I would tell her to bring her butt over. You know, so this way she understands that's actually stopping next to you that matters. Good. Good. Nice. Nice. Good girl. So I would ask her tail to come over again. So the idea, don't scratch her until she stops straight. And if she doesn't stop straight, don't scratch her until you get her straight. Good. And then let her know. Good. Okay, you said she's doing good with her feet now too?
Yeah.
Would you trust her here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been pretty good at controlling and holding tight.
Good girl. Is she letting you pick them too, or are you just still only working?
Every day.
Good. Good. Good girl. Big improvement.
Oh yeah.
And you have a respect in your body.
Require you to get out of the way, but you don't have a, oh my god, I'm terrified, just grab their foot sensation. Like, I don't feel that about you. I feel that you're just being respectfully cautious. Good.
You smacked on her foot.
Yeah, good for you. Like, last time I saw you, you're like, I can't wait for you to stop.
Oh.
Yes. Actually, it's been a while so far she hasn't seen flowers. It's just going to really waiting on it all the time. It's very pretty. Okay.
Once she, I've been on top of once she starts looking around, I'm like, hey, like, we're trying to do something. Well,
drape, you're standing sideways in the saddle, and you drape your arms over that. That's the way to tell her that position where you've been exercising, practicing, is no longer applies right now. This is a different thing. So you're gonna stand in the front position, you're gonna drape your arm over her chest, and then you're gonna guide her nose to her elbow. And the idea is that she's not gonna move. So that's the first step. We're gonna try to do this side. What we're gonna try to do is we're gonna get all our lateral flexion done and all our direct and indirect reins done today, if possible. Nope, you're gonna actually try to get her head to her elbow, and then move with her, like, just ask her, and I can show you.
Probably.
Okay.
You know how I don't, because I've never done it, so I have no clue.
Right, I didn't know, yeah.
Trying to do. I mean, I hear you, but you know.
Right. So I'm gonna stand here, tell her that this, and then I'm gonna guide her nose to her elbow. And I'm gonna release her when she gives. I'm gonna guide her nose, just hold her and wait for her to think about it. If she moves, I'm gonna move with her. As soon as she gets her head in my direction, I'm gonna stop. She's not, she doesn't know what to do yet until she figures out what I want, which she hasn't figured out yet. And if you keep your body going further, my torso kind of against her girth here.
Okay. Just trying it.
There, slightest in, I get back. That's all. You see a big sigh? All this cluster. I'm gonna ask her a little more. And I'm gonna get back. So she is a little head shy, so I want to kind of start limiting how much we kind of swing at her face. So I'm gonna have you do the other side and we'll let this side sit. So ideally we want her to, we're gonna take what she'll give us, and as long as she's offering to flex, then we'll give the rein back. Eventually we want to be able to have her with her pole straight. So instead of just tipping her nose, we're gonna want her to bend on the top of her head here. Come around to her elbow. Let's not bite off too much yet. But the message we're trying to give her right now is that you can be flexed around to your elbow and not need to move. This is how small your like that because I kept her looking for it. See how she kept thinking I was gonna give, and then she had to keep looking for it. So she's thinking. But I'm not done asking for the head. So what's happening, I think, with you is you stopped asking for the head at the same time. So you can't like send me literally like that. So you can't. But you have to be proud of her for that final effort. You know, even though she was being bad all over her stuff.
At least she won't stun me.
Okay, so try again. If she gets out of control again, you lose. Make sure you give back. So if she bangs on it, she make sure she has an opportunity to get her head straight again. Good.
I didn't even ask for it. She's doing it herself.
Yeah, well, we want to make sure it's because we asked.
Alright. Okay, get off that. Get off that.
Okay, switch over to the other side, and the reason I'm having you do that is because I don't want to encourage her to. Audio.
Girl. Did it twice.
I'm not sure what happened to my. Oh, they're in my pocket. Huh? Okay. So now we're gonna do the other side. We're gonna do 3 on each side, and then we're gonna ask her for a different movement.
Okay.
3 on each side where you feel like you really did ask for it, and she really did understand what you asked for. Okay.
Good girl. You're out of position, so you want to make sure you move with her. Good. Good.
Whoa. Hey.
So try to stay with your body like facing the same way as her. Don't get yourself turned. By getting yourself turned, she can wrap around you better. So that's how she got her little wrapped around you. So you want to kind of stay where you're glued like this into her girth. Yeah. Yeah, but see how you just had yourself? You don't want to get like that. Mm-hmm. The idea is you're clearing the space for her to come and put her nose right here. Good.
Does that count as
Yep.
third, or are we starting over?
If you just, now you have to start over. Always have to do 3 successfully in a row. You can't do 2, have a really bad one, and then try for a third and then be done, because the bad one soaks in too. Okay. Now rubber for stopping. Okay, now gently ask. Go ahead and gently ask. Just as gentle. There, good. Give her a rub, because she had such a hard time. Good. And then we're gonna walk her off and let her just kind of soak on that for a minute.
She is frustrated.
Yeah. Good girl. That was nice. She had a lot of lean, but waited for you to tell her what to do. I was gonna say, now wouldn't be the time to take her someplace she hasn't seen before. Okay. She's doing what I call the bird. The bird where they start dipping their head up and down, that means they're scared of something they see. Yeah, stay more in front of her than beside her, because if she's gonna bolt like that again, you want to make sure that yeah, there you go. Now the ladder. Just don't let her scare you into the ladder, but you take her, show her the ladder. Yep. That was the other thing she said. I'm not sure. Just watch her feet. She doesn't get tangled up in it. Keep her away from it, but allow her to investigate it. Yep, I would back her away so that you can get out of there without risking both of you getting tangled up in there. Okay, so now we're going to bring her back over and we're going to do those again. Good girl. She's being busy. It just means that she just is anxious, doesn't know what she's doing. Good. Good girl. Okay, so we'll go ahead and ask for those 3 again. Both sides. She doesn't have it yet.
No.
When you lift up on the rein, she should just automatically come to you. Good. Ask again. Good. Ask again. It's always better to do it from a straight head so she actually understands that she's being asked to come around. Good. Now go the other side. Do the other side. If you put your hand on her nose before you cross over, she'll know not to go with you. Because you just kind of, you docked her in the nose twice instead of just gave her actually clear instructions. Good. You're out of position. Good. borrow her for a second, just so I can help her fully understand it. There's a little bit of a position issue that might be making it a little bit harder for her, so. Hey, hey. You okay? Stop being so jumpy. I'm going to encourage her to straighten her head back out, so it's 100% obvious what I've asked for. I'm having trouble on the other side. So, like, I put my hand on her nose, tell her she doesn't have to come with me. Busy. So busy. Okay, so I'm going to have you keep working on that, but I'm going to just install the next thing. Well, no, I can't because I have to make sure you get that right. So make sure, so when you pick up on the line, she should automatically come around. Good. And then as you're rubbing her, maybe you can rub her head straight or something. Like when you're telling her she did a good job. Well, she's kind of fussy about that. So I just tell her, put her head straight. And then lift up on the line, ask again. Tell her to put her head straight. Just so she knows that she's coming from there to this cue. Because before, what was happening is you were leaving her in this position and then just asking for a little bit more, which was fine, but she wasn't going to get the full understanding. So, like keeping her head straight, say, come here. And then ask her to straighten her head back out. Lift up on the line, come here. Ask her to straighten her head back out. Lift up on the line. Thought about biting my leg. That wasn't nice. That wasn't nice. Enough her head. Alright. So you're too far forward. You need to be back by the saddle. You want to be at the girth. There you go. This way she can come around and go for her elbow, for her shoulder. And yeah, you don't have to drop it on the ground. I was just doing it because I was just trying to trust her.
Stop that.
So now you're out of position again. There you go. You want to give her room that she can come in front of you with her nose and touch her elbow. And make sure it's a steady guide. So, like, take the tension, keep the tension till you have her at the head position that you want, and then release. Don't release on the way unless she's like there. Don't do that. You know, you pulled and then you let go and then you pulled. And then ask her to straighten her head back out so that way she knows she's actually coming from that position. Now you can ask from there. Okay, try the other side. There you go. Good position. So your position is going to be really important, and your position needs to feel like you are the saddle on her. So you have to move with her. Don't let her get you out of position. Because that's what's happening. She's able to get you out of position, and then it stops being clear what you're asking, what she's expected to respond to. He went back in, so you can.
Back. 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 What?
No, you guys gotta work through this. I mean, if you're afraid, what happens is you still are she's able to get you out of position. So now she's basically said, if I put this kind of pressure on you, she gets the response that she wants.
So I'm thinking,
You hold
can
all the
I have
line.
this ready and get her face away?
If
When
you need
she
to.
tries,
Yeah. Whatever you feel you need to, whatever you think has been effective to get her out of your space if necessary. Right now, she just doesn't know what to do. She's probably going to pee only because she just doesn't know what to do. Yep. Good. Yep. Well, she did what you asked her to, and she didn't spin around, she didn't rear up, she didn't, so we gotta kind of pick our battles here. But ask her to straighten her head out again, so stop petting her while you're getting her set back up to properly. Good. Good. Now ask. Good. Give her a rub now. Ask her to straighten her head out. So I would just have her straighten her head out. Don't worry about asking her to maintain that yet. Just ask her to straighten her head back out. I would get her off the grass just because you're asking for a new battle. Isn't it funny you set out to do something that sounds super simple?
all the time. I knew there would be a new challenge.
Susan's doing her first lesson as a teacher today, and she was telling me what she was planning on doing. I'm like, that might be a lot more than you. She said, no, it's the overall plan. I said, okay, you might not get that far. Nice to have an overall plan, but adaptability to what you're actually able to get done is what matters. But a lot of times people come in with that plan. Not that she did, she understands, but not that you come in with you'll come in with a plan. And so many people don't care how bad it is getting to that plan. And yet instead of really fine-tuning the pieces that need to be put together later. So like this is a piece that this is a very, very important piece. For so many things, right? This lateral flexion is a very important piece. Good. Good. away. Like, while you're rubbing her, ask her to straighten her head out. So that way she knows that was it. And she doesn't have to stay there and fuss with you. There.
Yeah, I know. What do I do from here? Because now I'm like,
Yeah,
I
I wish she
done
would.
started.
I'll see if she does it for me. I just want to see.
She's not. You already know she's not.
Well, if she does, I'll fix it. That's all I'm trying to say.
I've done let her get away with it, and now it's a pattern for us. Like
Stop. Stop. Alright. That's right. So see, I'm just being kind of strict about, no, this part you're still needing to do. The head straight part. That's important too. Right? Now I'm going to ask when she's given up all that other stuff. Okay. Right. And you can even do it like that. You can start in front of her, come up beside her, ask her for the flexion. I'm just waiting. Good. As you tell her she did a good job, you can walk around in front of her. That'll get her head straight. Ask her for the flexion. Good. Tell her she did a good job. Ask her for the flexion. Good. And this helps straighten her head back out. Maybe that'll help you guys. And it'll feel a little bit less like she's being held. That she's holding herself in that position. She doesn't, but she's, by her own self-carriage, she's feeling claustrophobic. That's why she's fighting back. She's doing it all by herself. I know you're not holding her in that position, so you need to help her get out of that claustrophobic feeling. So I would do it what I just did. Just do one on each side. As you come across the front, you should be able to get her to straighten her head back out. Good. Good. Yes. So pull her to her elbow. Don't pull her out like this. So you're gonna. Yes. There you go. Good. 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 See, I mean, with every horse, you just have to figure out what works. I would give her a little, I mean, I know you seem to need that short of a line, but make sure you give it back to her as you cross in front of her. Don't have such a tight line on her nose when you go across in front of her. Good. I mean, you don't have to drop it all, but you know what I mean? Like, just, yeah, okay. I mean, I want you to be safe, but good. Now, straighten her head back out. Come. Yep. We're not going to give her time to go back to her pattern with you. So see, that's what we had to, it was pattern interrupt, right? Okay? So you just got to find ways to interrupt patterns that you get started. Let's just take her for a little walk or let her go say hi to him or whatever, just so she feels like she's been released off of this very intense emotional, mental exercise. Yeah, she had a little thought.
So I had a little choke reaction, like.
Good, hoe. Yep. Yeah, so whatever you need to do to keep her busy so he can leave and she does. I mean, if she wants to watch or whatever, it's fine.
I don't think she's scared. I just want her facing it.
Absolutely. I agree. That was my husband. I'd be like, are you serious?
I know, that's what I'm thinking, like, seriously?
You see, we're waiting for you.
Maybe I should, or you want me to do 3 and 3 again, now that you've done that? Or you want me to do 1
You
and
can
1?
do, how about do 2 and 2?
2 and 2.
And then go, so that way, because we're still trying to break this pattern. Will it stop if it feels a suction or something in the middle, or will it propose on the vehicle?
The sensor's off, so it goes on the vehicle.
Oh my god, that's good to know.
So look how it started closing. Keep waiting any longer.
Okay,
Push his button.
so this time I want you to take her for a walk, come back, stop, flex, flex. Take her for a walk, come back, flex, 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 and like, so first take her for a walk, flex one side, take her for another walk, add two more, do two, take her for a walk, see if you do three. So she did exactly what you said, but I would have probably given her a sense of direction before I would have kissed. Because she was facing this way, you kissed, so of course she's going to go the direction you had her facing. You didn't give her any sense of idea what to do with her nose. Slow her down.
Whoa, I didn't mean to say that. Whoa. Back. Over. Hey. Over. Over.
Good girl.
Over.
Good girl. Good? Yeah, I would say she kind of did that one on her own without much of an ask, but we'll go ahead. We'll call it one anyway. But she kind of did it by herself. So as much as it seems like it'd be fun to just take it because you're having trouble, it actually doesn't help her. Especially when her intentions were not. Got a little sass going on there. Slow her down because otherwise you can't make the turn.
Hey. Stop. Now we're back to it.
So that was because you didn't prepare for what was happening. Okay, so she started speeding up quite a bit since you left the dumpster. And instead of adjusting her, you tried to adjust yourself. But then by the time you got to where you needed to ask her to turn, she had too much going. She was going too fast. So you weren't going to be able to make that turn without a fight. So actually do that again. We're going to go to the dumpster. Come back to that corner of the grass. Or head towards the corner of the grass. Manage her speed, and then turn towards me. So you're going to head towards the same corner that she's been wanting to take you to. Yep. Manage her speed. See, she's already too far. She's already too far. If you try to make a turn now, you're in trouble, right? You can't make a turn now. So it's happening more like a yank than it is a correction. So remember, the hay is just throwing a lot of energy in that line. Good. Good. Going. Good. A little ahead of you. So see how you automatically make contact when you do that? I don't actually want you to be able to make contact. I don't want it to turn into a yank. I want it to be where you flip the line around. So yep. That's okay. Good, good. Well, it's gonna reappear at times. That's because she's prepared for it to be more of a yank. So I don't want it to be so much of a yank. I Let me borrow her for a second, see if I can demonstrate. Because I don't want it to be so much of a yank. Hey. It's okay. Here, 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 here. You're okay.
She thought she,
Hey, you're
she
okay.
thought she was coming this way.
You're okay. Relax. So here, I'm going to ask her, and then I'm going to be able to see, now I can tell her to make, and if I have to, I'll wiggle to say, hey, excuse me, I needed you slowing down so I can make this turn. Good. This is where you're allowed to go a little bit faster than me. Easy. It's easy. Okay? So now, like, I'll tell her now, hey, I want to make a turn. I want to make a turn. You need to slow down so I can make that turn. You need to slow down so I can make, you need to slow down. Now. I didn't say go forward. Simple. Simple stuff. You make it harder than you have to. Easy. See how easy that was? Silly girl.